What's up, guys? NJslotguy here. Episode 2. My main thing that I want to talk about on this podcast episode is creating a slot channel. I've had a lot of requests to do that. I got some emails for people asking for some help as well. So I figured I might as well just do it for episode 2 and hopefully it can help everybody in the community that's up and coming, that hasn't started one yet, or even somebody that is established and maybe didn't know, some ins and outs of things that could make it a little bit easier on you. So before we do that, I do want to recap a couple things from episode 1. And the first thing I want to mention is the group poll that is upcoming this Saturday, the 29th. We will be at the Golden Nugget, and we will be meeting in the high limit slot room. That's where we will stay for the remainder of the group poll. We have a nice little area that we're going to have to ourselves, and if we keep going on, then we'll bounce around and play some other machines, granted their availability. So I had to request, I think I requested 5 or 6 machines that we will focus on at first. Hopefully we do well on those, and then we figure it out from there, or maybe we have a lot of money to divvy up between everybody, so that would be nice. But on the event page, it didn't say high limit slot room, it just said Golden Nugget, so hopefully that clarifies some things for some people. It starts at 5 o'clock. Be there. I will be there a little bit earlier, probably around 4:30. Everybody's more than welcome to meet me in there earlier, and we can chat and all that stuff before we actually do the official group poll. So with that, let's recap episode 1. There are a couple things I want to touch base on, and the whole tax portion of what I was saying in episode 1, I didn't mean to come across in any certain way as far as telling you guys what to do. My advice was more for what I do, and in my opinion, what's better when it comes to taking taxes out. I shouldn't, however, have said the word investment, because an investment is something that you invest in hopes that it grows your money. That doesn't happen when you give to the federal government. So it's basically just holding the money for you, and after all your wins, losses, and all that stuff gets hammered down, you can hopefully get a nice amount back if you did do it that way. But I'm not trying to tell you guys what to do, so please don't take my content the wrong way. It was just a little advice on what I do, and I made sure I said, in my opinion, the best thing to do is this, this, or this, and that's what I do. That doesn't mean you have to follow it. So I did not mean to come across that way, if I did. I also said state tax a lot. I didn't mean to say that. I meant federal tax. State tax is a very low percentage. Federal tax is the big one. So whenever you hear the word state in episode 1, I actually did mean federal. So, all right, we hammered that down. Let's get into creating a slot channel. I may repeat myself a couple times on some of the stuff that I touched base on in episode 1, because due to my introduction of myself, it had to do with how I created a slot channel. So I will start from square one. I may repeat myself, but it all will come together in one. So I do apologize for the people that'll hear the same story twice, but I'll try to keep it short and simple. So if you didn't listen to the first episode, how I created my slot channel was I was sitting at home and I started searching YouTube with my father for people who have hit big jackpots. I didn't realize what I was getting myself into, because I bunny trailed into everybody's slot channels for 5 hours and just started watching, and then that's when it hit me of, wow, what are you doing, man? You go down and you play high limit slots at least once a month. You start recording, and that was it. That's how it became, and that was late August. I started posting up the videos either late August, early September, something around that era, and here we are now, 3 months later. So going on 4 months, and the first thing that you should do when seeking out starting your own channel is trying to get permission from where you're going to go. It's a lot easier said than done. I'm still waiting for approvals everywhere. I have hit up so many casinos and I get no responses back. It's usually through somebody that I get in touch with somebody, and then they put me in touch with who I'm supposed to be talking to, and that's all I'm asking for. I wish the Sands and Mount Airy, I wish they didn't shut me down so quick. I wish they told me who I need to speak to in those establishments, because they're not that far from me. They're less than an hour away. So it would be a lot easier to go to those casinos and give them some advertisement, but they don't want it. So you know what? Screw them, and I'll keep going down to AC. And I have a meeting actually on Saturday as well with Ocean Resort. I'm hoping that goes well, and maybe my next event after this one coming up, it'll be at Ocean. So, because I want to go to every casino down there and show you guys all the machines they have, and what jackpots I can hit on, and whatever else, blah blah blah. But I would definitely seek out permission before you do anything. If you can't get permission and you still want to try and do this, good luck. I'm not going to give you the advice of, hey man, I did it without permission, so go have a blast. I'm not going to say that whatsoever. You should definitely seek it out because they definitely look down upon it. They don't care that you have your own YouTube channel or how established you are. If you don't get that permission and you have a security guard that really wants to do his job that night, they will stop you from recording, and then you're stuck. So I would definitely get permission. It's very hard to be discreet when holding up your phone or a camera and trying to get a good angle and trying to talk into the phone. It's people won't watch that. It's not good content. So your best bet is just to try to be honor system and talk to somebody and try to get permission. Say, hey, I'm an up and coming YouTube channel. I'm trying to get established. I would love to put your casino out there, and I will make sure I mention that I'm here at your casino. Hopefully I can hit some jackpots and people will see that you have these machines, and hopefully can draw in a crowd and just go from there. That's really it when it comes to that, but that's a big one. Definitely get permission. If you are in the Vegas area, I believe they are a little bit more lenient. I know the Cosmopolitan doesn't even care, I don't think, but I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I haven't been to Vegas. I feel like I remember somebody saying that. So definitely seek it out and talk to your host, or if you're not talking to the host, I usually speak to the VP of slots or slot operations, somebody in that realm of who I speak to when I go down to Gold Nugget and who I spoke to at Ocean Resort. So that's your best option when coming to that. So good luck if you do. Yeah. So the equipment that I use is very simple. It's very easy to start off with. I have a MacBook, so I have iMovie and QuickTime built into the computer itself. I don't have any microphones, green screens, sound boosts. I don't have any of that stuff. I record with my simple iPhone. It gets very, very clear videos as long as you're not moving too much or swaying or shaking. It gets really good videos, and it can hear you very well as long as you're talking into the phone. When I come home, I airdrop those right onto the MacBook, which doesn't take a couple minutes. It actually takes a little bit of time to airdrop it onto the computer, and then you go back, you watch the files just to make sure that they're good content, they sound good. You could see the machine clearly, you could see your credits clearly, you can see the pay table clearly, and then I drop it right into iMovie, cut it and trim it the way it needs to be for if I have too long of an intro or if I have a lagging spot in the middle or the end, or you could hear music in the background. I try to blank that stuff out, and then by the time that's done, a 10-minute video probably takes about an hour to upload to the desktop. So all in all, one 10-minute video probably costs about 2 hours of your time, and that's on the simple end of it. I don't know. I'm sure there's better programs to use, stuff you can pay for that'll make things speed up the process, but I'm very built in my ways and learned all this, so this is what I'm going to do for now until I figure out a better way. It doesn't bother me, so you know, that's all the equipment I use. I mean, so you don't have to have this big budget where you have to go out and buy a ton of equipment and spend $1,000 on stuff. You don't have to do that, especially if you're just starting off, and especially with the monetization process that's going on with YouTube right now. So take your time. The next thing would be your bankroll. Whatever bankroll that you bring down to the casino with you, just bring that bankroll. Don't bring on more. Don't try to go up and over. Just try to get good videos. You can easily bring $1,000 down with you and get 10 good videos. Granted, you're not playing $10, $25 machines. I'm talking about the normal individual playing dollar machines, $5 machines. You could definitely get some good videos. You don't have to just post up wins. I don't. I post up all my losses as well as my wins, as long as it's good content. I've had to delete winning videos before because I was shaking the phone, and I didn't sound right or something like that, and I actually did hit some jackpots that I had to get rid of, and it happened with some losing videos too. But I don't hide them from anybody. All my recent videos are losing videos. I post them up. You don't like them, don't watch them. I don't really care. I'm not going to mislead the public, so you're not just going to see jackpot videos out of me. And I suggest you do the same if you're starting your own slot channel. There's no reason for that. Yes, is it more enjoyable to watch a winning video with free games and jackpots flying out? Of course it is. But people will appreciate you being real more than anything, and that's the feedback I get from all my subscribers. So that's what I'm going to keep doing. But don't bring more with you if you're going to go. If you went once a month to the casino and you brought $2,000 with you, and now you're saying, I want to go twice. Okay, so bring $1,000 with you then each time you go, so you could stay on your budget. Don't go over your budget because it's only going to cost you money in the beginning before you can make money. So I'm still not making money yet on YouTube, and I've been doing it for 4 months now. Figure 4 months, yeah, about 4 months, and I'm not monetized yet. So picture all the money that you see getting lost. I'm not getting that back. I'm not getting that back at all from YouTube. All the views, all that stuff, they don't backtrack and pay me for what they've missed. They pay me from the point they monetize me on. So keep that in mind, guys. It's very important. And the uploading part of it, uploading on YouTube is very simple. Some words of advice here are: don't use clickbait. Don't say massive jackpot hand pay when it's a $2,000 hit. Don't use terminology like that unless it actually is a massive hand pay, $10,000. Even, $7,000 to $8,000 is, I consider that massive. I think that's pretty big. But don't do jackpot hand pay if you don't have jackpot hand pay. Don't put free games if you don't have free games. It's very, very simple. You can put the tags at the bottom to let people find you quicker and easier. Get a nice title, go in something that'll draw people to it, and then in your description, hey, this is blah blah blah. This is my slot channel. I'm just about having fun, and boom, and this and that. Put a nice little description of yourself in the description, and then if you're on all the other social media platforms, put your link up there for Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that stuff. Very simple, very, very simple and easy. It's not that difficult, but yes, in order to get to that top tier and higher tiers, like I'm trying to get to, I'm gonna have to do a little bit more work. I'm gonna have to get better programs. I'm gonna have to pay for some stuff so I could sound better, look better, and whatnot, and all that other stuff. So definitely have to keep that in mind. What else we got here? Backlog of videos. I have a very nice heavy backlog of videos. I suggest everybody does the same because you don't know what kind of family emergencies or problems arise or things and goals and events that you're going to run into in your life. So you should definitely have a backlog of videos on your, on your save list, on your file, or on your computer, and hold on to those dearly and say you're going to post once a week. So let's say you go down, in December, you go down once, you get 8 videos. Put on once a week. That gets you a good 2 months. So now you don't have to rush back down there if you don't want. Or you can rush back down there and get even more of a backlog of videos. And then you could sit and maybe save up for a big event, a big pull, a big this, a big that. And that was what I'm trying to get into now. I saved up. I'm going to get this group pull going. I'm going to be there on a Saturday night. And then I'm going to set up this event hopefully with Ocean soon. I'll set up another big one for early springtime and go from there. Maybe make that even a bigger group pull. And I have a nice backlog of videos, like I said, so I will use that backlog of videos from October and November to feed through December, January. That's what I'm doing right now, actually. All the videos that you guys are seeing me post up are actually videos from, I believe it's like October, the end of October, and then we'll start rolling into November. So don't think I just, I went down and I posted up the next day. That's not what happened. So there are some jackpots in there for you. There's some newer machines that I play in there too. I believe there's some $5 machines. I know that's a little bit on the lower end for me, but I was just trying to show you guys all the different slot machines. You can't get too happy with having the same exact slot machine being posted up. So since I'm only contained at the Golden Nugget right now to record, that's really all I can go to. So there's only so many machines that you can play in there, so I'm trying to switch it up for you guys, give you some new content, give you something to watch, and that's it. So that's really the quickest breakdown I can give to you guys. I mean, in under 15 minutes, that's as simple as it can be. That's everything that I just gave to you is exactly what I do still to this date. So hopefully you could take that and run with it. I'm sure that there's a lot of other things you can figure out just by watching other slot channels. I do. I learn every day new different things to do, new different things to say, new games to play, all from other slot channels. I find myself going into the casino. I walk in, I go, oh, look at this machine. That's the machine this guy plays that I watched him play. Let me give it a shot. Boom. And that's exactly how that happens. So it's kind of good that you do learn from other slot channels if you watch them. There are a ton of good ones. I listed a bunch of them on podcast one and podcast episode one, and there are a ton of people that I missed. Trust me, there are a lot. You know what? All your slot channels are good. Everybody's slot channel is good. I love it. I love the content everybody puts out, all the established people. I learned from all of you. There were a couple I did miss, and they're excellent people. So I do apologize to you. Just know that I'm talking about you right this second. And that's really it, guys. Creating a slot channel. That's as simple as I can put it. I can draw this thing out for an hour, but there's no reason to do that because it really is a simple process. And once you get over that permission barrier, that's when you can really start opening up and basically doing whatever it is that you want. You can walk around the whole slot room and record whatever the hell you want, whenever the hell you want, as long as you get that permission. If you can't get that permission, you're kind of doing it discreet. You got to kind of watch out if you're going to do it that way, and kind of you're not going to be able to get good content that way, looking over your shoulder, looking for the security guard. It's really it's a sneaky way to do it too, and I definitely don't recommend it. But if you have no other choice, then do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. And I wish you the best of luck, and I hope your slot channel becomes one of the biggest. Ask me to subscribe, I will. I will share some content. I will hopefully, and please, to all these slot channels, all these people out here, if any of you guys are coming to the Atlantic City area and you know in advance, please hit me up. Hit me up on YouTube. Hit me up on my Gmail there. Hit me up on Facebook, on Twitter. Tag me in something. I would love to meet up with you. I would love to get on somebody else's channel. I would love for that channel to be on my channel. I love for all the channels to work together. That is my goal. I am a big part of getting this community out there and starting this revolution of this recording being okay. That's my biggest goal here. And I just want everybody to work together. I want everybody to love each other. I don't want anybody blasting other channels. Everybody should be friendly with each other, and that's really the end of it. There's too much hatred in this world as it is, and there's too many things to really look out for now in 2018, close to be 2019, that we shouldn't have to worry about other channels bashing other channels and hiring people to put up bad comments and report those channels and stuff like that. Come on, what are we doing? Let's not bring it to that. I really don't want that to happen. So with all that, guys, I hope that kind of helps you out, and hopefully you could take all that information and run with it. Please feel free to hit me up. Gmail, like I said, Twitter, Facebook, whatever it is. Hit me up, ask me some questions, and I'll answer you as soon as I can. I'm very responsive to people, especially when it comes to helping them out. So I don't mind doing something along those lines for you guys. And anybody that needs help, please feel free to reach out. So let's talk about a couple other things. We're not even 20 minutes in, so I could kind of ramble on about some random things. Let me tell you guys, when I go to the casino, especially my more recent videos, I actually have my good friend Jerry with me, and he's a big advocate on this. He was very excited when I had first started this channel, and he couldn't believe, just like I couldn't believe, that this was actually a thing. So now he gets all excited when he goes down there, because I always used to say with him, the cherries came out. So, when the cherries come out, I go nuts. I say, gotta love those cherries, or cherries always win. Well, whenever I'm with Jerry, I usually say, look, it's a cherry for Jerry, when he's sitting next to me and he gets all fired up about it. And it's pretty funny. We get a good laugh. So whenever he's with me from now on, now that you guys heard who that is, I'll show him on camera, and he could take his 2 seconds of fame, and you guys could see where the whole cherry thing started from, because it definitely did all start with Jerry, believe it or not, at the Atlantic City Hilton, when we had, oh my God, I don't even know what year it was, but I just remember that coming out, and I remember just randomly saying, hey, look, it's a cherry for Jerry. And we had a good laugh over it. So he'll be happy that I shouted him out on the podcast, because he always listens to it. He's one of my biggest supporters, and I appreciate all his help. He's been helping me with a couple things, looking into programs and stuff to use to get better content and videos. He also helps me a lot when I'm down there. He kind of keeps his eye out for some certain machines I should play. Hey, play this one. This one looks cool, stuff like that. So he sits, he plays with me, and we talk and BS. And guys don't even know he's there. If you watch my videos, you can't even notice he's there. He's either sitting next to me or he's standing behind me. He's a big fan, so I credit him with a couple different things that has to do, and I've known him longer than anybody else in my life. So he's a very, very important part of mine. So hopefully when I come up and I have some group polls, he can join us in there. He's very fun to be around, and hopefully you guys could all meet him too and see, where exactly I come from, because he's just like me. So he'll be happy I shout him out. So hi, Jer. Now everybody knows who Jerry is. So guys, that's really all I can say. Besides some of the stuff from episode 1, but I can't wrap my head around what else I possibly did wrong. I said I would make some mistakes, and I'm sure I did, and I definitely did, especially when it came to all that tax stuff that I was talking about. But luckily, I do have a good friend that is an official CPA at a big hedge fund company, and I'm hoping maybe I can have him on this podcast and I can ask him some questions to maybe answer for you guys. Granted, I don't know if he knows too much about the casinos and the taxes. He deals with a totally different aspect of it, but I'll have a little pre-screening with him first and see if it's worth it to have him on, and I would love to have him on here. Granted, it doesn't get him in trouble with his company. I don't know if there's, things he can't talk about or he can talk about, but I will do my best to get him on this show as well and maybe answer some questions for you guys that I can't, because I'm not an official CPA and I don't know all the ins and outs of it. I know enough because I've looked into it, and I have been very persistent with talking to him as well about certain things and taxes and jackpots and W-2s and all that. So I know a little bit, but I don't, I'm not an official CPA, so I really can't touch on those things, because those couple people that did comment, yes, I'm not an expert and I shouldn't be giving out advice per se, but I could give you guys my opinion and what it is I do. I don't see anything wrong with that. If you guys take what I say and run and go do it, that's on you. I didn't tell you, hey, you definitely need to do this. So take that for what it is, guys. But I'm hoping that this group poll goes well, and I'm hoping that I can use this group poll as a little bit of leeway for me to get into these other casinos down in Atlantic City. I have spoken to a couple people via Facebook through Messenger and stuff like that, and like I say to them, if you know somebody, you got a host there, or if you know somebody in a higher position, please give them my information. Give me their information. I would love to talk with them. I would love to chat with them, and I would love to come into their casino and play. Even if it's by myself, just to record a couple of videos. I'm not trying to set up group polls every day. I'm just trying to get approval for, on a whim, I take a trip down to AC, and I want to record a little bit. That's all. And guys, once I get monetized, I'm flying all over this country. I want to come meet you guys. I want to come play with the other slot channels. I want to meet up with some people. I want to come to all the casinos. I want to come to every casino in this nation. I want to see what this nation has to hold. Where are the best slot machines? Where are the best games? Where are the best hotel rooms? Where are the best places to eat? And I'll cover all of that on different episodes of this podcast. And we'll just go back and forth with reviews of which casino is this, which casino is that, what the payback is, how volatile those slot machines are, where's the best comps, where's the best free play, blah blah blah, so on and so on. So that's what I really want to do when it comes to my goal here, my achievements, my milestones. That's where my milestones are in 2019. I want to get monetized. That's step 1. Step 2 is once I do get monetized, I'm going to take all the money that I make from YouTube and I'm going to roll it into purchasing tickets to go to this casino, that casino, this casino, that casino, and it's going to basically bankroll that, because it costs money to travel. It's not free, so I'm not going to take a car and drive all over the country. That's for damn sure. So with all of that, let's really soak everything up that we touched base on here. And like I say, guys, leave your comments in the comment section. Give me some ideas on what to talk about. I will touch on it. If there's something you really want to know, I would love to talk about what is on the inside of a slot machine, but a lot of the terminology that comes with it is very confusing, and it's not as easy as you would think it is to understand. It used to be before virtual reels came into play. I don't know if you guys know what that is. I suggest if you are a slot player, go look at it. And here's what I mean by that. We have some time, so I'll touch base on it. Before the virtual reels came into play, if you had, just keep it simple here, if you had 22, I think it's 22 spaces, and this is on an old, think about the $10 triple double diamond machine that I play. You have 22 spaces on it, okay? And that's counting blanks. So 22 spaces on each reel. If it's a triple diamond machine, triple double diamond machine, there's only one triple diamond on each line. There's only one double diamond on each line, okay? So the chances of actually hitting triple diamond, triple diamond, triple diamond, or whatever it is this is exact off the 22, 1 in 22, is 1 in 10,648. So for all the sportsbook people, all the people that play parlays, when you get true odds on something, I have only seen true odds in craps, and that's when you play the maximum amount on the back bet. That's the only way you get true odds on everything. You don't get true odds on parlays. You don't get true odds. Definitely don't get true odds on slot machines. That's how the casino makes so much money on them. Look at what I just said. 1 in 10,648. This was before virtual reels came out. A 1 in 10,648 is, if you're making a $10 bet, you should be getting paid $100,000 if those double, triple diamonds come out. And on that machine, I think it's 25,000. So what does that tell you right there? You're not getting anywhere close to true odds on that slot machine. So that's just double diamond, triple diamonds, the big ones. There's only one of them on each reel. So that's how you would calculate that. Now, if there's two of something, let's say there's 2 purple 7s. Let's just say that. I'm not sure if that's true, but let's just say it. So that's a 1 in 11 chance that comes out. So your actual odds on that are 1 in 1,331. But what's funny is, on a $10 bet, purple 7s pay $1,200. That's only 120 to 1. Think about that. The true odds are 1,331 to 1. You should be getting 13,000 every time those purple 7s come out. That's how rare they are and how underpaid you are when something comes out. But if you didn't know that already by playing slot machines, I mean, come on, what are you doing? Now, if you guys don't know what virtual reels are, I wouldn't even know where to look, but I'm sure you can Google it or look it up. I really didn't prepare for talking about virtual reels, but I do know about them. I do know about the program that's installed and how it works. It's very complicated stuff. It's IT stuff. That's why I know so much about it. I told you guys I've studied this stuff. I've looked into all this stuff. It's very interesting, but the virtual reel is even more harder to hit with those double diamonds, triple diamonds. So if they put a virtual reel into that triple double diamond machine, it's harder to get that. The odds are even worse than what I just said because it kind of doubles and triples everything. It's hard to explain. Look up virtual reels. I'm sure there's something that you can find online. I don't want to click around and play with the computer when I'm talking into it. So after I'm done with this podcast, I'll look it up a little bit and maybe touch base on episode 3 a little bit more on that stuff. But it's very, very complicated. And you see how much you're really getting screwed when it comes to these slot machines. I mean, take the whole virtual reel thing out of the equation. Just on a basic reel, you're getting screwed badly, badly, badly. And I'm not trying to turn anybody off. I mean, come on, I sit there and play them too. And I play the higher machines, which means I'm getting screwed even more. Look at what I just said. That's one of my favorite machines, that $10 triple double diamond. Look how much I'm underpaid. So I know that if I hit that top jackpot, I'm underpaid by 4 times. They should pay me 4 times that money because that's what it took to get to that point. Same thing with the purple 7s. They should complain and say, look, you're not even giving me true odds on this. But like I said, that's how to get their advantage, just like the parlays. If you guys, for all the sportsbook people, this is common, then this is very easy too. If you do a 6-team parlay, 6, that's a lot of teams, and it's usually a nice payout. And I'm talking about straight up spreads, just the spreads. So you pick New England -7, the Jets -2, the thing minus thing, the minus thing. I'm talking about no money lines, no clown stuff. Just the game itself with the points. It's 2-1. It's 1/2. That would be the equation. So if you do 6 teams, it's 1/2, 1/2, 1/2, 1/2. Just like that. It's a very simple mathematical equation, at least for myself. But so if you did a 6-team parlay, it is 64-1. Okay, I just did that real quick just to double check myself, but 64-1. So if you put down $10 on a 16 parlay, you should be winning $640. There is no way that your sports book pays that. No shot. You probably get half that. If maybe even less, maybe even a little tiny bit more. Maybe you get 40-1 on 6 teams, and that's how they get their edge. That's how they make their money, because they're not giving you true odds. Very hard to get true odds on anything, like I said, except craps. Craps, you get true odds if you play that back bet. And I know in Vegas they offer 100 times, which means if you play $5 on the pass line, you can put 500 on the back. And not going to lie to you, in order to cut down that house advantage and that percentage and get true odds on everything, your best bet is that $500 bet, because you will get paid 2-1, 3-2, 6-5, I believe, on those inside numbers if they come out. Whereas on the pass line, you just get your bet back. And that's where they make their money, because nobody plays true odds on the back. I know in Pennsylvania they have 2, 3, and 4 times, which is BS. And I know in Atlantic City you got some tables that go up to 10 times behind the bet. So if you do put down $5, you put 50 behind it. I know it sounds like a lot, and if you have a bad crap run, you can lose a ton of money. But if you have a good crap run, you can make a ton of money getting paid true odds on that. So that's one of the only things that I know in the casino that pays true odds. If you guys know of anything else, please let me know. Drop it in the comment section, and I will do some research of my own on that. And I also will find out, if I'm allowed to record all these other casinos, which craps tables maybe have the best odds to offer. We could talk about that on another thing, but I need to get that approval first. So please, I'll reiterate it. If you guys know anybody, if you know some hosts, if you talk to hosts constantly, if you have pull at the casino you go to down Atlantic City, let me know. Let me know who to speak to. Give me some ideas. Give me some business cards. Give me something. Tell them about me. I don't mind. Talk about me to them. Please spread the word, and I will get in contact with them myself. I will talk to them, and hopefully we can set something up. And I will gladly sit down with them. I will mention your name to them to make you look good too, because you obviously brought me to them. And maybe they could take care of you next time you come down. But that's my main goal. So let me know, guys. Let me know in the comment section. We're gonna make this a big thing, this podcast stuff, and hopefully I could do some live ones too. Maybe a live podcast and talk to you guys. You can see my face. You guys could do it in the chat box. But until I get monetized, guys, I'm not gonna waste my time doing something like that, because I'm not gonna get YouTube all that work and they're not giving me anything in return. Not to sound selfish, but I mean, it's a little ridiculous up to this point that I'm putting up amazing content. I'm getting tons of views. I crushed all their guidelines to be monetized, and they're just not taking care of me. So that's why I'm posting up so infrequently, and I'm not posting up all the videos that I have. I'm going to do it once a week at best. This podcast, you guys only are getting episode 2 so quickly because I wanted to talk before the group poll happened. So after this, I'm not going to post another podcast for a couple weeks, probably episode 3. I want this to last. I want this to be a good thing, and I don't want to run out of things to talk about. So that's why I keep saying to you guys, let me know what you want me to talk about. Give me some ideas. Give me some categories, and I can write them down and mesh them all in one episode. I could put them in separate episodes or whatever it is that seems like the best option. But guys, that's really it. That's going to wrap up episode 2. We really covered a lot here. My main thing was the slot channel, how to create a slot channel, and how easy it was. Actually, it's not as complicated as everybody would think. I wanted to recap episode 1, and I want to talk about the group poll, and luckily we got to talk about Jerry too, so he'll be happy about that when he's listening to this on his ride to work. So again, shout out to Jer for all his help, for all his support too. And guys, I'll see you guys in a couple days or tomorrow whenever I post this. Also, I want to mention you are staring at a $14,400 jackpot right now, because I don't have an official logo or anything. I'm trying to work on that, and I'll put that up. But on my podcast, I have a lot of pictures on my phone from before I recorded, So I'll just let you guys stare at a jackpot the whole 40 minutes or whatever, how long I talk for, and soak it in, because that's what I do every time I look at these pictures. I look back. So this was a $14,400 jackpot that I hit in July down at the Golden Nugget. I believe it was a Friday night when I did it, and I couldn't believe it fell. Because as soon as it did, I was like, oh boy, that's a top 3 jackpot on that machine. So that definitely felt good. It's not as good as the $25,000 one, but that one was definitely a good one. That's the highest jackpot I've ever had on that specific machine. Triple, double, diamond, $10. 7, triple diamond, triple diamond. Oh, what a feeling when that fell, man. That was good stuff. And you're damn right I got taxes taken out of that. So I hope you guys enjoyed staring at that the whole time. But until I get a logo, that's, you guys are going to get random jackpot pictures. So until then, but thank you guys so much for listening. I appreciate all your support. I appreciate all the people standing behind me on this podcast. I appreciate all your comments. Obviously the positive ones, the negative comments. You guys could take a long walk off a short pier. And that's really it, guys. Thank you to all my subscribers, my loyal subscribers. I can't wait to meet all the people I have coming to this group. I'm looking forward to it. 5 o'clock, 12/29 Saturday, Golden Nugget, High Limit Slot Room. Be there. And that will be the next video I post up, because I don't want the people that came to the group poll to wait 2-3 months for that group poll to get released. So I will be releasing that first once it uploads, and hopefully it's good content. I pray it's good content. So that'll be my next video that's going to go up, guys, most likely after this podcast. So, all right, guys, thank you very much for listening. I hope I was able to keep you company for your ride to work, your cup of coffee, whatever it is. So, NJslotguy signing off. Thank you so much for listening, guys. I appreciate all of you. Thank you very much. Take care, guys.